Hello, hello, hello. I think I'm finally live. I thought I pressed the button a couple minutes ago, but apparently I didn't. And welcome. This has been quite a surprising day. I thought I was going to start this about 3:30 and ended up getting a phone call right around that time. And so that interruption was okay because it was my sister. Her calls come through no matter what. So it just got all messed up and I ended up starting at about 4 o'clock. So I want to welcome you if you're here. And if you are, please give me a thumbs up because I really can't tell what is happening right now. I know it's live. I know I'm recording. So we'll see. This is about number 4 that I've tried to do this with. So my name is Pat Mayer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Akron, Ohio. And this reminds me of my teaching days when things didn't always go as planned and we just kind of, wing it and pick it up again. And everybody kind of had a good laugh. So if you're here, thank you for joining and I will get started. So let's switch to letting you see what I've got on my table. This is a fun fold Halloween card. I don't want to show you the finished one just yet because it's really, really cute and it's so easy. And I do have a blog that I will share all the information on. And there's the information for that. It's patstamper.typepad.com. So this is what I'm starting with today. Blackberry Bliss. And this is cut at 11 by 4 1/4. And so it's going to be a side fold. So this is going to be a fun fold card. And I don't have my bone folder handy. Forgot to grab it. So it's going to open like this. And the designer series paper that I'm using with this is from Magic in This Night, DSP, from our current holiday or the August to September or August to January mini catalog. And surprisingly enough, I have, let's see, these bats don't match up. There they go. I have used most of this designer paper, which is unlike me because I usually hoard it and don't want to use it. But I've made some other things with it and some treats, and there's not a whole lot of it left. It is Halloween, but there's some really cute designs, or there are some really cute designs that are not necessarily Halloween. I don't have one of those handy right now that aren't necessarily Halloween that could be used for other holidays. Or I even saw one with a black and white wedding. So I'm going to start off by adhering this designer paper on the inside. And this is cut, both of these pieces are cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to use some liquid glue. And the only thing you need to watch out for on some paper like this is that if there was a design, so the way I cut it, I made sure that the bats would match up on this one for the inside. So that's on the left side. I like to use the multi-purpose glue because it gives you some wiggle room in case you need to move something around. Okay, this is the other side of this, and it's kind of spider webby, I guess. So there, my bats match up. Okay, so that part's done. Now I'm going to adhere a piece to the outside, and this is just a black and white thin stripe, and there's another kind of spooky one on the back. So this is going to go on the front. Also use the liquid glue. Okay, so now it gets fun. Now it gets fun. I have cut another piece of Blackberry Bliss and ran this through the, if you can see this up close, I'm not sure if you can see it. I ran it through the spider web embossing folder. There we go. That looks pretty good. And it's a nice 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to put that across the front here. Again with the liquid glue. And this is one that you could use either way, the embossed side or the debossed side, but I kind of like the embossed side better. So that's going to go in the center. Okay, now I'm going to decorate the front before I do the inside. And this is a label from the Stitched So Sweetly dies that we have. And there are a lot of different labels in here. Label designs, I forget which actual stamp set it coordinates with. But these are good for just about any project that you want to put them with. And I'm going to use a stamp from Celebration Tidings. And this is also a good one because it's got Christmas, Thanksgiving with the Always Grateful, Halloween, we've got a spider here, Just for You. So it's a good all season but very simple stamp set. And this one happens to be photopolymer, so it will be easy to see exactly where I'm stamping. I can put that anywhere I want. And we're going to do Happy Haunting in the Memento Tuxedo Black. And that's going to go right in the center. Perfect. Okay. And then there's a little spider in that stamp set. And we're going to put a spider up here. And a spider, well, I got some ink on there, so I'll put that spider over there where the ink is. There we go. And I've stamped that, but I'm going to hold off on putting it into on the card yet while I do the inside. So for the inside of the card, this is going to be like a pop-up. You'll see in a minute. I've got a strip of paper that is 11 by 1 3/4. And it is scored in the center and then scored at 1 3/4. I think that's right. 1 3/4, 5 1/2, so it matches up with the center, and 8 1/4. So we're making a little W fold or M fold, whatever you want to call it there. Okay? So that's going to go on the inside of the card. We want to add adhesive only on these two ends. Only on the two ends. And you want that center fold to match up with the center fold of your card. So I've got that center there. I'm going to fold this back and add my glue. to this. And it's also positioned in about the center of the card. Okay, so no glue in the two center ones. Fold this one back on the other end. And fold that one down. So now you can see, I think what's happening is that we're going to have a little pop-up, the way that will open up. Okay. All right, next I've got 4 pieces of Whisper White that measure 2.5 by 1 3/4, and 4 pieces of Basic Black that measure 2 3/4 by 2, and then that will just be matted on there. I'm not going to mat them yet because you never know if you need to turn your paper over if you make a mistake. So again, I'll use the Memento, and I've pulled stamps from Ghoulish Goodies. It's a great Halloween set. I'm going to use 3 or 4 out of this one, and 2 of them are going to be words and 2 of them are going to be the images. So the first one I'm going to do, it's not a trick, it's just a treat, because I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning. I think I'm going to send these to my grandkids. I think they will like them. They're adults, so I think they'll like these a lot. So there's, it's not, okay, I got some ink on there that I don't like, so I'm going to clean that off and turn it over. That's the best part, is the double-sided paper that we have. When you need to turn it over, you can. Okay, so let's try that again. And these are the red rubber stamps. They're cling mount now, so they really stick to the block. There, that's much better. And the photopolymer that I used on the other one does not have any cushion on it. So there, we've got that one. And then I'm going to do another one with this little witch and her cauldron. And it looks like I got a little bit of ink around there, so I'm just going to wipe it off. There we go. It's always a good idea to look to see. She looks good. Okay, next I've got Good to the Last Bite for the next one. That one looks good. And last is this, I'm not exactly sure what he is, but I like him. I don't know what he is, actually. But I like the good, nice, crisp black image. And he looks like he's holding his arms out there for something, so let's get this spider coming down. Okay, how's that? That looks pretty cute. Okay, that's pretty much the end of the stamping. So now I'm going to add these to those black pieces. Okay. Almost done. Wait, that was the bad. Get the right side on this one. And one more. Okay. When I looked at this, when I did a sample before, when I was working on this morning, I decided that these should not just look like they're hanging out there with in thin air. So this is a light Pool Party Stampin' Blend. So I'm going to add a little bit of color under his feet so he doesn't look like he's just hanging out. And the same thing for the witch. And that finishes those off a little bit better. All right, now to put this card together and finish it off, let's see, I'm going to put It's Not a Trick, Just a Treat there, and then the witch, and then the other words, and finally this guy. That way these two are looking at each other. That was the way I liked that one. Since these don't go the whole way, make sure that we want to put glue just here in the center and not at the top and the bottom, and position that on that panel about midway. And then the same thing with this one. And this one, get it going the right way. So I still can't tell if anybody's here. Hopefully I'll do this again. Let me know if maybe Mondays at 3:30 work, or what day you might like to watch. I don't know what I've been afraid of for so long, but I was just so used to doing in-person workshops that it's just taken a while to get beyond that, but I don't know when those will be coming back. So there's the card folded. And now I'll open this up and put the Happy Haunting on the front. And there's a little smudge on that one, and I don't like that. So I've got an extra one of those punched out. And I'm going to stamp that again. I don't know if I can clean that off with something, but I'm going to stamp it again just because. So let's get that Happy Haunting and that little spider back again. And maybe this time I'm going to do it in Blackberry Bliss instead of the black, because that's what it's on in the front. But I'll stamp the spiders in black anyway. Okay, and I got some ink on the block, so that's one thing that happens with the photopolymer. There's no cushion on there, so if you push too hard, you might get ink on the block. And I think I've got enough cushion under my stamping pad here that I'm good to have enough cushion there. So there we go with the Happy Haunting. I like that better than the black. And let's add this little spider, but we'll do him in the black. Spider should be black, right? Okay. So I'll put one up here. And one down here. There we go. Okay, almost finished. So I'm going to turn this over, add some Stampin' Dimensionals to the top and the bottom. All right. And put that here in the center. And have to have some bling. These are the iridescent pearls from the Holiday Mini. I know we're not supposed to call it the Holiday Mini, but it is the Holiday Mini to me. Get my scissors here. Ooh, these are pretty. As you see, I have not used these very much, but I will be now. Perfect. There we go. Happy Haunting and little fun fold. I think the kids will really like that. Send one to my Grace, who's in the Marines, and one to my grandson and granddaughter, who are married, and they'll like that. So, if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Promise to do better the next time. But that's what we do. It's fun, and it's easy to laugh about it because we know it's not going to be perfect. So, oh, I have one more thing. We need to put a little hallmark on the back. So I've got this little boo stamp. So we'll put boo back there. And then I always sign everything with Gma or Grandma. And get these off in the mail. Maybe yet today I'll run to the post office. And they might get them by Saturday. So thanks for joining in. And I will have all the information on my blog at patstamper.typepad.com. And I also have a website at patmayer.stampinup.net if you have any questions or if you would like to place an order. So hopefully I'll do this again next Monday and come up with something perhaps to get ready for Thanksgiving. So thanks for stopping in. Bye-bye.